Hey again, everybody. Happy afternoon. How's it going? Hey, Kevin, Potato, Thomas, and Estella. I want to check the stats really fast, but then I'm gonna do some actual work. Oh, that's not too bad. 9:30. Good time to wind down with a nice stream. Put you right to sleep. Hey, Zanis. All right. So let's have a look. See. Do I have any tabs open? No, I don't. Oh, also, do I need to refresh the Steam chat thing? Is this. I probably should refresh it anyway. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Let's go find this. So before lunch, we were at 67 lifetime unique players about an hour ago. And now we're at 67. So that either means that no one has played it or that that stat doesn't get updated. Huh. Yeah, maybe it just hasn't gone up. Maybe the only reason people were even finding it was because of the stream and not because of Steam. Oh well, doesn't matter. The food coma. My lunch was pretty good. I had chicken Alfredo and an apple. Against apple. Okay, so let's go take a look. I think we just need to merge a PR. I had to get this stuff off the list. And like I said, we're just going to take it easy. I just want to feel like there's not a ton of stuff to do. Closes 717. Sounds good. Build on 726 to load all the scenes in the loading screen. We do this by using dir access instead of reflection to traverse res scenes directory, find all of them. Also moved all scene paths reference to there. I think this is worth doing just for housekeeping, but let me know what you think. Yeah, I think it's fine. Doctor will never touch me. Good luck. Now, what happened here? Oh, I was wondering why the line numbers changed, but it's because of the usings. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good. I think, yeah, I think this is fine. It's always a little something to see this and think, okay, what's the impact here? I think it's a good impact. So what I really should be doing is making sure that all of these make sense. So yeah, let's take a look. Smash.tscn, Fireball, Fireball, Ice Blast. There are only 40 of these, so if I have to look through 40 lines, it's not that bad. Zap, Smash, Stalagmite, Chomp, Fire, Rays of Light, Poison Effect, Steady Shooting Max Effect. Hey Gonzalez and Nuka Duluka. Thanks for coming to my humble town. I appreciate the tips. It's not me. You didn't hear from me. Someone else. These are gone. That's good. Might not have thought to look there. I do wonder, as long as we're going to be putting a whole bunch of these all together, I wonder if we should alphabetize them. It sometimes makes it easy to find other ones. Oops, I never even checked this out. I don't know how many changes do I know. And this is what, 730? Going good. Speaking of stats, check my website views as well. Getting 6,000 views a month. Suspecting those are all bots. What's the site? Have we talked about this? Just played all the way to the end. First time in a while. I think I'd value the crystal shop additional purchases, giving me more mana over more spell slots. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is switch it to a perk system, just like the town perks. So imagine this. Just like here, you have some gold purchases, and you've got like 9 of these. Imagine if the enchanter had the same thing, and this one is like more mana, and this is more spell slots, and this is like stronger spells, and this is something else. Does that sound like a good idea to use, Ennis? Am I using an engine? No, 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 no. I'm definitely using an engine. I did not make my own personal site. I usually show interviewers. Okay, yeah, yeah. That probably is bot traffic. I was gonna say because 6,000 views a month for a personal site is quite a lot. I think with the rise of LLMs, arbitrary bot traffic on the internet has also increased. You're not a hacker. Hey, Malmsey, welcome back. Thanks for the resub. Yeah, there's a lot that's changed. We finally have a Steam demo online and everything. Yeah, so this, I was thinking of just doing that and then we're done. So now they'd be alphabetized. I don't know if it's better or if it's worse because, yeah, now their related folders aren't going to be organized like that. We could also do it where they're organized by folder, but then within any given section, they're alphabetized. So like that and then that. Those are already alphabetized. Yeah, how's that? I think I like, excuse me, I think I like this way the best. What do you think, Kevin? Oh, how'd this one make it here? All right, this is a catastrophic mistake. The town thing isn't next to the other town ones. Oh, all right, yeah. So if I just highlight this, it should highlight all of them, right? Yep. And no other ones. Oh, no. Oh, Battler. That's fine. To be honest, I don't think we're ever going to think to reorganize this file at some point in the future. So I don't think this really matters too much. Picking an apple off a tree was a genuinely very good moment. We're going to eventually make it obvious. We're going to have some sort of like town perk that upgrades how much apples give you. Yeah. Okay. I'll check this in. I don't think this is super important. Alphabetize the scene paths. They're alphabetized within their folder paths, which means that these will almost certainly not stay in sync with the actual folder structure at some point. I don't think it's super important. Oh, the engine is Godot. All right. Okay, now the more important thing we have to do here is to make sure that all of these point to the right things. So this is going to take a little bit of time. Actually, you know what? Maybe we can kind of shortcut this. Let's try this. Let's get every equal sign. Actually, let's just get every public const string and do that. And then do that. So any places where these are equal, we don't need to worry about it. We could actually, okay, there's another thing we could do here. We could do that. No, we can't. All right, that doesn't work. All right, let's just see if they're all equal then. Fire, floating text, instance, slot, loading screen. Because what's possible is there's a copy paste error somewhere in like an ability that never got tested because it's coming from the witch doctor or something. And yeah, makes sense to just validate these things. Town scene, town, vault, warehouse work. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yeah, cool. Okay. Yeah, they all look good. What am I working on today? I try to keep the today command up to date. So this afternoon is going to be light work, and it's going to probably be just either filing feedback or tackling some like minor coding tasks. But I don't want to do anything too intense because I've been working a lot over the weekend. All right, how does this work? Scene paths, directories to explore, take them out of there. If there is no extra other directory, stop. If it's not a directory, say an error, opening the directory, then find each file that ends in tscn and add it, and explore all the other directories. Yeah, sounds good. Create a scenepaths.town.townhall const for us. So generally, I think for something like this, it's probably not worth it because it's just adding one line somewhere. Because the sort of proper way to do it would be to parse this into an abstract syntax tree and recognize where it should go in here. The cheapo way of doing it is just like, you know, some comment that just says like add new stuff here. And it just searches for that line and then puts the next line after it. But yeah, we'd want this to be in sync. I don't think it's worth the effort. Also, if any of these do get hard coded, it's not really such a big deal either. It just wouldn't get loaded on the loading screen. Speaking of which, I should actually probably run this and see how long the loading screen is for me. Something else that I found is we have some CS files in game/scenes. Yeah, that shouldn't be the case. Yeah. All right, so in order to test the loading, we need to go to main and change this to go to the title screen. And then I think I want to change one other thing here too. I think I want it to record how long it took to load everything. Although it doesn't really belong here. Load scene, update progress. Okay, so this is when we're done. So let's start a stopwatch here. Private stopwatch s stopwatch. New. Why is this failing? Oh, unused. Okay, so when we are in ready is when we're going to start this. Start. And then when we're here is when we're going to stop this. There. Okay, let's try that. I know this doesn't really belong in this current PR, but I'll probably just check this in anyway. So now I hit new. That's a lot longer than I thought. Wow. It didn't print out how long it took, probably because of this. All scenes loaded in 2.8 seconds. Wow. Yeah, wow. That's probably going to fix any stuttering issues that happen for people then, right? Plus, the next time it needs to do that, it's just going to load instantaneously. That's weird. Why did it need to do that again? What? Town must load dozens of them? Hanging them too. Uh, is there a way to skip it if it's been cached? Because this is not what I expected. This probably indicates that there are going to be performance issues when the game is playing out because we're going to call load again, right? This is spooky to me. I can't look at cache mode. I'm glad Mel's here. Are you playing through Steam or Itch? Okay, so the main resource, the one requested to be loaded, its sub-resources and its dependencies are retrieved from cache if present instead of loaded. Those not cached are loaded and then stored in the cache. Yeah. So why is this taking a long time? Did I mess something up? I might have. Steam. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Got 3 more successful prints. Nice. I do like that loading bar. I think it's a good idea to use that. It's a good job, Kevin. All right, now we go back to the title screen and we click new game again. It's slightly faster, but it still shouldn't be doing that. Also, the whole loading scene thing shouldn't print out. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna cut that out. I don't think that's probably contributing a lot of time. I think we call load before checking if it's cached. We could check once first. But we shouldn't even need to do that. It shouldn't it check its own cache? That's the whole point of the cache mode. It's set to reuse. Like if it's cache this, then I guess if it hasn't cached this, then do this. I don't think that should matter though. I think something else is going on here and I'm not sure what. But maybe that's it. Not sure. All right, so loaded in 2.8 seconds again. We go back to here. Yeah, something weird is happening. It's like it's not caching. It shouldn't take nearly the same amount of time. It shouldn't cost basically anything to load this. Why did we wait for a frame? Huh, how much time is spent just waiting? Oops. Oh, drat. I mean, it's supposed to be like that. Test dot start. Test dot stop. Waited for that many milliseconds. Probably end up taking a minimum of 2 frames per scene. It's fine if it's just 2 frames. But oh wait, no, but it's what 130 times 16 milliseconds? No, we're spending 2 seconds just waiting around then. I guess that explains why this is taking so long. Well, we're spending up to 2 seconds, I guess. Is that how many small waits we have? Yeah, I think this is an issue. So because we're loading here and we're not doing the threaded way, but even once we're, well, I guess once we're doing it the threaded way, it should be fine because it'll load in parallel. In fact, we could try that, right? I don't think we need to check to see if these things are cached, by the way, or at least not here. This I don't think is needed. I don't think that should have any impact. And I want to try this out. So we're going to delete that, and we're going to delete all of this. And it should just work. Oh, no, because of the slash at the end. That would negate any gain from caching. What would? I might have missed that, Lindsay. Also, welcome in. Okay, so now I expect that since it's going to work in a threaded way, 3.9 seconds. But now it should go almost instantaneously. No, the waiting. Well, the caching is something Godot does. The waiting is something we do to make sure that it's cached. But I guess it's weird that this took even longer this time. Okay, well, let's put this back to how it was. And yeah, here, I think what we need to do is not wait for a single scene to load. Or just wait 1 millisecond or something. This doesn't need to be waiting for a frame, right? Or even 2 milliseconds or something, I guess. Oh, you know what? This is always going to wait. We don't need to wait on the second time around. This could just be while... Yeah, this could be while this. Get rid of this stuff. And then we won't wait for as long. Beta version still waits 1 frame to pull again for the status. Yeah, so now the first time around, this will go with the same speed it was always going at. But now the next time around, interesting. It says waited for 0 milliseconds 130 times. Oh, because load is synchronous. But now we won't wait at all. Still, something's weird here. It's not. Yeah, something's weird here. Something's going wrong. It definitely shouldn't be taking 2.7 seconds the second time it has to load everything. Load must be taking that time. Yeah, I guess we could take a look at that. All right. So what? It's going to say I can't do this because it's already there? Yeah. Loaded in that many milliseconds. 2.7 seconds is basically infinity in code execution time scale. It is. I mean, for loading things from disk, it's fine, I think. Like, how many times have you started up a modern game and it said pre-compiling shaders for like 5 minutes? And even AAA games have like loading screens for a lot of what they do. So I think it's okay on the very first time you're about to play the game that, yeah, 3 seconds and you see a nice loading screen. Something's going on here. No, that's the first time around. That's all possibly fine. The second time around, isn't load creating new instances and running a constructor and initialization? How do you cache objects that are recreated each time? So all load is doing is it's loading a scene from disk, and it's not doing any construction of those scenes. We're not instantiating them. So Godot just knows how to pull this into some in-memory format, but then it checks to see if it's cached, and something's wrong with that. That's why I don't play games. You got me there. We're also only loading one scene per frame. Let me see how that works. Try loading next scene. Oh, because it's all happening from process. Oh my God, yeah. That is not a good thing. But I see what the problem is going to be. if we don't give the renderer time to do something, then we won't update the loading screen. What we could do here is actually something kind of interesting. We have VSync on. If we just turn it off and set the frame rate to like 1 frame per second, then that would be a cheaper way of testing whether this gets better. Excuse me. I'm not. This isn't too much of a concern right now because I don't know how many people are going to go to a new game again. And if it were instantaneous, that they'd be like, "Oh, great, yeah," because it's already loaded. Excuse me. Hey, Donut and Snoopy Dog. I got it from Super Retro World and Oryx Design Labs, and then Quickie Joe has now made a bunch of custom art on top of it all. You saw my game on TikTok or something, really? If you could somehow hunt that down, Dev, I'd be very curious to see where you heard of it. Yeah, you forgot where. Well, anyway, if it strikes you or if you find it again, because I'm not doing any advertising or anything. How come the max gold is 5,000? It goes up based on when you beat elite enemies, and it's just so that you don't sit around idling and then get like 1,000,000 gold and then come back and just beat the entire game. I think that would not be fun. They're talking good about you and stuff. Well, that's good to hear. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm very curious. Like I said, if you have a history feature or something and can look through that. Okay, so I think we should change this in the future. I don't think it's super important for right now. What I do think is super important is at least printing out how long this takes. So keeping track of this stopwatch here. Private read-only stopwatch. Read-only fields go up top. We started there. All scenes loaded in that amount of time. Maybe loaded all scenes. Get rid of the loading thing there. We don't need this. We could keep track of how much time was spent loading and how much time was spent waiting. I don't think that's very important. But I think that will be interesting to look at in the future. And then this should be a while loop. I don't think it ever made sense as a do while loop. And then because of that, we don't need this pragma here. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll do it. I think you can do away with a while loop as a whole. Well, for now, oh, I guess, yeah. Down here, we will just have the new code anyway. Yeah. No, wait, no. We just need to change it to an if. No, we don't, because that's synchronous. Yeah, that's true. So now this is only a task, but it doesn't need to await anything. Okay, here's what we could do. We could say if scene path equals, this is just here until issue, where's the issue? 673 is addressed. We could actually just, we could do this with pragma. I think that would make more sense. Suppress. Yeah. Also get rid of the pragma for CS 1998. History on TikTok, that would be insane. Well, I thought maybe it's not necessarily TikTok. You said TikTok or somewhere. Like if it was YouTube, you could probably look. But anyway, yeah, don't worry about it. I know you work on the code live and the game's on Steam, but will there ever be a place I can go over your code in my own time? I don't think so, except maybe in the very distant future. I do try to open source games that I work on that have no real monetization route anymore. So currently, Botland is in the process of being open sourced. Ophog was already open sourced. There are some other little things here and there that we've done, like Chat Royale and Jump Royale and Animal Royale. All the Royale games that I made, those are all open source. So yeah, maybe in the very distant future, but otherwise, no, I don't want to do that. One of the risks you run there is, imagine if you just took the game basically and did something with it. I think it'd just be a lot easier for you to do it that way. And I've heard some horror stories about this. And I don't think someone's gonna like recreate Skeleseller from scratch on their own, but if you saw the entire Git repo and you were just like, oh, I'll just plop in my own images, that wouldn't be too hard to do. I had good feedback coming through. Actually, I don't think any new feedback has come through. I'm not sure many people are playing it through Steam. Yeah, there's been no more feedback through the forum. And I did not check the forums. Let's check the forums. No new feedback over here. I mean, granted, it's only been like an hour since I'd last checked, hour and a half maybe. But yeah, are there comments on the announcement? There's one comment. Promotion. Awesome. Yeah. What is chat royale? It was like an April Fool's thing that I did a while ago. Do I have a thing about that? No, I have the GitHub repo somewhere. No, 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 that's not even it. Where's mine? Here it is. Yeah, it was this. And there's a video in the repo if you want to take a look. How was lunch? Lunch was good. I had chicken Alfredo. See what you're saying? I'm just slow at code and I can't always follow along. Well, Bulky, I don't mind addressing anything you have a question about. And I don't mind slowing down or even showing you something that I've done. If you're like, oh, hey, what was that on the loading screen? I could explain what this is. I don't mind that sort of thing. I just probably wouldn't be like, okay, here's the whole GitHub repo. All right, so is this done? I think this is done. Should I saw one more time? We're feeling the hot take portion. Man, it was a fun little thing that happened for that time. I like that. All right, new game. What was I concerned about? I was concerned that this isn't caching or that it's taking a long time to cache. But I don't think that's actually the case. I think we're only processing one per frame. And now we do this again, and it's going to take pretty much the same amount of time. Yeah. Okay. Well, what can you do? Actually, you know what we could do? I just thought about this. We can make this faster without doing anything totally different. We could just do a check at the very beginning. What is this? Try loading next scene. So we could do this here. We could just check to see if that's already been cached. And if it has, just skip this here. Yeah, that would work. Taken to Google, was this it? Whoa, what? Someone did a YouTube video on Skeleseller? This was today. Wow. Wow, I'm gonna have to watch this. I'm surprised. How'd you find this? They have Skeleseller in there. Has anyone else made a video on this? Is there a way to like filter out mine? I'm not gonna play someone else's video on my stream, but I do want to take a look at this tonight. Wow, so cool. Someone did a video on Skeleseller. Yeah, I'll have to watch. What does outstring do? The out part mostly. So this is a way of taking a parameter and turning it into a return value. So normally when you call a function, you say something like int sum equals, or int whatever result equals sum 4 comma 5. And result will now be equal to 9. But another way you could do this is you could say sum 4, 5 out int result. I think that, yeah. And sometimes you have a reason to do this. And it's usually that the return value has some other thing associated with it. So here there's a Boolean returned representing whether it was successful. So if you want the result, you need to get it through some other means. This Twitch video is there too. Yeah, that video I watched. I was there for a lot of that. But yeah, good to know. That's a C, yeah, that's a C# thing. Other languages have that too sometimes. All right, anyway, the way we would need to do this is, the only way this would fail is if there wasn't anything else here. So can't we just get the number, the count? Scenes to load dot count. We do have this. Is this not? Oh yeah, it's constant time. I think we should probably just do that. So if this dot count, Actually, I guess just while this duck count is greater than 0. This is bad. Don't usually see it when trying to parse input values coming in as numbers. Yeah, it's pretty much any time when you have a return value that's like a, was this thing successful? And then you actually want the return value of it afterward. All right, it's time to sit down. Excellent. All right, so this is really like find next scene to load. So let's just get that private string question mark get next scene to load. And I'll write a comment here. Because of how we wait for, or because of how we check the progress of loading in, hopefully this gets processed, yeah. We don't ever want to try loading a scene that's already been cached. So this function will get the next non-cached scene to load if one exists. All right. So if resource loader dot is cached, if it is cached next scene, if it hasn't cached, then return it. All right, I think that should work. So now here, we do string next scene equals that. I think this would be a little bit clearer written this way. Oh no. Okay. All right, let's try this out. I think this should speed up the reloading process. In fact, it should make it pretty much instantaneous. Not that this matters because, like I said, no one is probably going to reload the game all that many times. It's that they will load it the first time, then they'll just close the game when they're done. But should you go back to the title screen and click new or load again, should be pretty fast now. That's not faster. I guess it's a little faster. Oh, and we're probably skipping over some of the loads that we would have done twice because of the loading dependent scenes. I forgot about that. So this actually will save a little bit of time. Yeah, which is why this went to 2400 instead of like 2700 or something. So he shaved off like 10% right there. I'm still not sure why this isn't as fast as it. Like this should be pretty much instantaneous. Why isn't that working? Get next scene to load. It shouldn't have any scenes to load. All right, let's print this out. I just want to see how many times this is even going to print. The first time it should be 130 or 131 or whatever that number was. But then the second time it should be 0. Okay, 104. Interesting. It's actually not 130 because some scenes refer to other scenes, but now it should be 0. Very weird that it's 96. I don't understand that at all. Huh. Maybe the cache can only hold so many things in it. Hey, Joaquin Lee. Haven't seen you online for a while. Great to see you building games again. Myself just started writing a game design doc and prototyping basic networking stuff. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, it has been a long time. Last time you were here was in February of 2022. So happy 2-year not watching the anniversary. Maybe reformulate. All right, so yeah, does Godot have some sort of limited cache here? Godot scene cache size? Load a scene again, use load. Something weird is happening here. I don't get it. It should be caching this. I wonder which one isn't cached. Let's find out. Maybe that could give us a clue. So weird. So weird. Oh, maybe when it's loaded. Okay, hold on. I think I know what might be happening. There are different cache modes, and maybe reuse doesn't cache the dependent scenes. The main resource, its sub resources and dependencies are retrieved instead of loaded. Those not cached are loaded and then stored. No, that's what I want. Cache is checked for the main resource as well. It's already in the cache as long as the loaded and cache types match. Huh. What's happening here? It's gonna load everything. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. All right, then why did that print 31 times? What? Because of process? So we tried transitioning to the next scene like 30 times. This used to be paused. It's no longer paused. That's my guess, at least. Hmm. We need to keep track that this thing has fully loaded. Does the loading screen get created? Transition to scene. Fade scene out. Change scene to file. Yeah, so it'll be a new one every time. So we could have like a fully loaded down here. Private pool. Yeah, loading complete. We don't already have this, do we? I guess we could just tell if the stopwatch is running. Oh man. Okay. Well, let's see. There's still something else. Oh yeah, it's trying to figure out why we're not using the cache. So it does this. Now it's only print one time. Yep. Now we get in here, we go back to the title screen, and now this is what's going to be interesting. Clear the console, click new, and see what is it trying to load. It's trying to load basically everything. Why? Huh. Wonder if it's the same every time. So it's attempt number one. Now clear. And copy. And now diff these two. Available action indicator versus dialog box. Does dialog box exist over here? No, it doesn't? What? Something's very wrong. Something's definitely very wrong. Oh man, I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's possible I wrote this wrong. Maybe has cache doesn't do what we expect. Turns whether a cached resource is available for the given path. Once a resource has been loaded, it's cached in memory for faster access. Future calls to load will use the cache version. Can be overridden by using takeover path on a new resource of that same path. The only thing I can think is that it's not keeping everything in the cache. I wonder if you can change the cache size. I don't see anything about that. so weird. Okay, I'm kind of curious then. Let's just try. Let's try this. When I press page up, we're gonna try loading some resource. What resource should we pick? Constants, or what, scene constants? Scene paths? Let's just pick, I don't know, dialog box, sure. Loader has cached. This is just a string path, yeah. And then for, let's say 50 times, just try loading this thing. This is not a cache. Oh. How do you then try and negotiate a pay rise or salary when you have nothing to compare to? I think you need to get something to compare it to. I mean, that's kind of the only answer, right? So it's either look online. There's sites like Glassdoor that might tell you, or levels.fyi, or it's talk to people. So coworkers, friends, I don't know. Yeah. Or I guess like competing job through an interview slash offer. Is easy build networking for Godot with WebSockets? Reasoning is to have an authoritative backend and clients only render state updates. I haven't done too much with Godot networking. I wrote some notes on what I did in here. Yeah, I wrote all my notes here. With that said, did I use WebSockets? I don't know what I even used. Yeah, there's a WebSocket multiplayer period. Yeah, it's probably easy enough. Yeah. Yeah, you might find these notes helpful. These weren't even written that long ago. It was only like 11 months or something, probably. Anyway, the whole this is not a cache. So what are we what are we looking at here? As long as something references it, it's ref counted, which means the instance is reference counted. Loading the same resource will return the same instance. If the instance is unloaded, the cache entry for its path will be removed and you'll need to load it again. Interesting. Well, wait a sec. Oh man. Okay, the big question here, the sort of original problem was fake with what I was doing, which is like new game, um it'll load 130 scenes, that's totally fine. Then new game again without quitting, and it shouldn't load 130 scenes. This doesn't really matter though. The real thing that matters here is when we finally try to cast a fireball, does it load the scene from disk? If so, that's bad and that's a real problem. So this is what I'm curious about. What is going on when we try to load a fireball? So let's just test that out. I guess delete all this stuff. Man, this is super weird. That none of this even really matters. Like some of them are cached and some aren't cached. I guess it has to do with the order that we're processing this queue and probably nothing else. Anyway, yeah, let's take a look at Fireball. Here it is. Casting Fireball is cached. resource loader dot has cached scene paths dot fireball. All right, yeah, this is functionally all I really care about. Otherwise, man, this is a totally different take on everything. Like everything. It's got to be cached. I can't imagine. We would have noticed a gigantic performance impact, right? So we need to hire the mage, and now we need to get into a battle with the mage. It's going to cast a fireball pretty soon. His cache was false. Now it tries casting a second fireball, and it's still false. Now it's cast. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Oh, this is not at all what I expected. Yeah, this is not what I expected. I wonder if this will make the game work like way, way faster. I guess it only has to do with loading a scene. Hey, Ertza? How do you pronounce your name? Well, welcome in and thanks for the raid. I'm guessing every time you raid people, or at least dumb Americans like me, that you get the same general confusion. It's me, Abby. Oh yeah, you've been here before. What did I pronounce your name as before? Huh. I guess Godot is just really fast at loading these, or maybe it takes some frames to unload or whatever. Yeah, I'm not sure. Um yeah, anyway, sorry. I'm really turned upside down right now, Abby. Thank you for the raid. What were you working on? Airs. Ah, gotcha. Okay, we're gonna put that over here. Yeah. Airs. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, welcome everybody. We have been working hard. So Steam just entered their Idler Fest today, and this is the only indication of it on their homepage. So if you were to go to this, you will see a bunch of idle games. They're mostly pushing the ones that cost money. But if you go down to top demos and then keep clicking show more, we're eventually there. Oh, darn it. Are we not there anymore? Oh, no. We're like 5 pages down. No, even more than that. Oh, no. Are we... Oh, right. It doesn't show here because I already have the game. Oh, I keep forgetting that. Okay, hang on a second. Let me try that again. Now I'm in an incognito window. And we go to top demos. And where do we show up? There it is. Okay, cool. Only after 1 page. That's pretty good. That's basically front page. I should put that in my trailer. Basically on the front page of Steam. That's how good of a game this is. Yeah, Ayers, do you have a link? I'd like to take a look. Anyway, this is what we've been working on for a while, and ignore this. How do I not have that show up? Yeah, it's a game where you hire adventurers, they do battle for you, you sell their items in your town, and you know, upgrade your town and everything. Man, man. We have a demo working on demo 2.0. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll write this down. Neat. Yeah, I look forward to checking this out. I had just tried M's game over the weekend. M Audio came in here on Friday, I think. Yeah, and rated. And it's cool to check this stuff out. It's cool to see what the community is doing and just what people are working on. Every once in a while I watch someone make a game and I'm always like, "Oh man, I can just feel how much more time is needed for this game." And it's not like I'm insulting them. Sometimes they've just started out. They're working on it for like a month and I'm just like, "Man, this is going to take a while." And it's not like these people are necessarily daunted or bothered by that. It's just yeah, that's the lens through which I look at games now. It's not just can I have fun? It's also like what were the designers thinking when they made this system, or how hard was this to develop? Yeah, definitely a lot of work. Anyway, what we're trying to figure out is how in the world does caching work in Godot? And it is not how I thought. Not at all how I thought. In fact, I probably have incorrect information in my own notes about this. Can we get to that note easily? How do we do that? Reveal in Finder. Okay, I gotta be super, super careful about this because we might get into no territory pretty fast. I have a lot of private notes here too. Let me do this off screen for a sec. RGI cache. Nope, I don't have the word cache anywhere in here. Huh. I guess I never mentioned that. Is that Obsidian? Yeah, that's Obsidian. Also, almost all the notes you see me look at on stream, you have access to if you go to notes.adamlearns.com. So like I was just looking through, I could have actually just searched through here, I guess, cache. Although it's going to find non-Godot notes because I don't think you can scope this down. But yeah. Okay, well, I don't even know what we do about this. This does not work how I thought it did, and I'm just going to write this in the backlog for now. Resource caching in Godot doesn't work at all how I thought it did. So there's actually no point loading all of the scenes ahead of time unless we keep references to them around. Yeah. Where's that issue that Kevin linked in? God, how crazy. Also, what like is this not a reasonable thing to be confused by? If you look at their resource loader stuff, like what does this mean? Are retrieved from cache. Wouldn't you expect this to be if I loaded something once, it's gonna be loaded for good? Did they mention this anywhere? Future calls to load will use the cache version. That's not even. Oh, this is so messed up. Because there are so many assumptions I based on this working like a cache. It's a proper cache. All right, let's save the issue for now. All right, so what's even important here anymore? I guess I want how long it took to load something, but all this other stuff doesn't really matter. So the stopwatch stuff is important. The loading complete stuff is important. Anything else? This doesn't matter. None of this matters, right? The whole loading screen is kind of pointless. Right? Is there any reason to do this? Any of this? While caching it evicted? Yeah. But this is like okay, so here's what I just did in the game. We have battles playing out, right? And I'll speed this up a little bit, but I'm only going to speed it up by 2x. So this is not playing out as a massive time scale. You see a fireball get cast right there, and then another fireball, and then another fireball. In real time, that's happening once every like 3 or 4 seconds. They're not getting cached even between those uses. So this is it's not working at all how I thought it was. And it's also not necessarily a problem, but if it's hitting disk every single time, then that is a problem because people's disk is going to be much slower. Their disk is going to be slower. Is there a way to see disk usage of Skeleseller? Because I am actually kind of curious about this. Let me see. Disk Skeleseller. Godot, maybe? I guess it's this. It's one of these processes, I bet. Maybe this one. Is there a way to find out more about this? PID is 92506. Is there a way to get more information about this? Inspect process. All right, hang on a second. Engage privacy mode. I want to take a look at this. VS debug UI. Yeah. So this is definitely the right one. Okay. Okay, so bytes written, whatever. Let's try turning on auto battle. Build, turn on. 49 kilobytes. I just want to see, or it's actually how much is read? 63. So every single time a battle happens, it's just going to keep reading more and more from disk. It's not like it's rising quickly, if it even is rising. Still at 62.7. Need to hold on to it somehow, and that should fix it. Yeah. I'm not saying this is unsolvable. I took for granted that this system was doing something that I want to have happen because the entire documentation makes it sound like that's the case. Okay, well, if this is going up, like I said, it's very slow. We could speed this up a bit, but it's at 62.8. I guess the actual fireball scene itself is pretty minimal, and it probably is getting cached some of these times. In fact, we could probably see, yeah, it's cached probably roughly half the time. Do not hold references to the projectile scenes and duplicate or instantiate them as needed? No, because like I said, I just didn't think that was necessary. Actually, you can see it's cached more often than not here. And I guess the times it isn't, yeah, so it's risen to 63 megabytes now. Oh man, this will probably be a pretty decent performance gain when we're finally caching these properly. All right, well, let's back up and check this stuff in. In fact, this shouldn't even go in the backlog. This should probably go in actual issue. Fix scene caching. It turns out this resource loader doesn't cache the way that probably any of us expected. See this issue. As a result, there is basically no reason to do the loading that we're doing when starting a new game. And we are probably triggering disk IO way more than we need to. I assume this would be the biggest performance impact of the game. I also wonder if this will make the Steam Deck version feel a little bit snappier. Oh man, what a ridiculous thing. Okay, what do we do about the loading screen? If none of this is caching the way that we want it to cache, adding in a 3-second long screen in between players playing the game, we should probably just get rid of this. You put the name of the map and the rewards at the top. The rewards are at the top. Is that, or are you talking about this? Like, can you show forest here? I think we're going to be changing this screen a decent amount. The rewards do show, though, when you win the battle. So if I win the battle and then hover over this. But I guess what you're saying is, can it just always be on screen? I don't think we're going to always have it on screen, at least not the rewards, but the location name could be. Rewards are there after you win, but during. Wait, I might not be understanding what you're saying. During what? Like, yeah, during what? No, said it right. If everything's fine, I guess I will stop trying to pursue this. But yeah, if there does seem like there's a problem, do feel free to report it. I'm not sure what that problem is. Is any of this worth it? Any of what I was doing here? Like, if this isn't caching, then there's no point in having a loading screen, so we shouldn't have this. We're gonna do something, man. During the actual battle, it doesn't say the map or rewards is all I was saying. Not a problem, just ease of life. Oh, while the battle's playing out, you can't tell where you are. And you can't... Not being able to see the rewards during the battle, I don't think is a problem. But not being able to tell where you just battled, I think is a little bit annoying. Give me 30 seconds to test. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, there are some other little things that were fixed in here too. So I should probably check in the things that I definitely want from there. And then let's just not do anything else. Yeah. Or I won't do anything else at least. So let's just get this stopwatch in here. We'll check in that and that and that. And then some of this, oh, this is annoying. Yeah, there's no easy way to split this up. So I'm going to copy the whole thing. And then we're just going to get the stopwatch parts of this. There. Next scene. So none of this was important. And since we don't keep a reference, this wouldn't have mattered anyway. Yeah, so I guess we just revert this stuff. Loading scene. That I don't want there. So that should probably be checked in as well. Then this we don't need at all. This can technically be a different commit. Take care, Airs. Thanks again for the raid. I will definitely check out your game. I appreciate it. And I was apparently not following you. So let me follow you. God, I actually hate that property of when I raid other people. And at the end of like, oh yeah, you say goodbye to them. And they're like, oh, I didn't follow you. Now I'm doing that. Just be follow the person when they raid. Otherwise, it makes me feel like I have to say goodbye messages in people's streams. Or else it's like, they won't remember the raid after 2 minutes. No. I'm not saying you're thinking that, Airs. I'm just saying that's what I think when I watch other streamers, and I don't want to be like that. So I apologize for not having sort of acknowledged that I wasn't following earlier. I should have. But yeah, there's a lot going on right now. This is technically a different commit. So I don't have a way of loading or running just the code that's here to see if it's working. We'd have to stash these things. This works, Kevin? What's this? Is this drastically changing your load times? I wonder if we should cache every scene or just the big ones. Or actually maybe just the small ones. God, I don't even know. Cuts the load time by half. Okay. I don't want to spend too long on this. So I want to check in the stuff that I have. And then I'll probably leave the rest of this to you. Let me stash this. Hopefully that got rid of, darn it, it got rid of everything. Oh, what? Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh God. All right, whatever. I'm checking all of this in. It's not the right thing to do. Can't believe this. All right, where's the thing that I wanted here? This. All right. So here's all of the code that I want eventually. We're gonna cut out of all this stuff. The problem is I have 3 commits I'm working with right now, and I want to split them, but I can't just click like, oh, check in this line here, because this is split up and then I can't test it because then the old lines are still there on my file system. So we're going to do this the right way. If we just want the stopwatch stuff, then let's just get the stopwatch stuff. So yeah, revert this, get this. This changes back to this. This I want. This should be reverted, revert. Okay, so this is just stopwatch stuff. So if we load this and run this, we'll just see the load time. And it should be roughly 2.8 seconds. And then we're going to check in the thing that makes it. Oh, wait a sec. Yeah. All right, let's see. Cool. So that's number one. It's printing this 30 times, by the way. Okay, so time, how long loading takes. I also deleted a noisy print about loading each scene. Surprised it takes almost twice as long on your Mac. Yeah, I'm surprised about that too. To not have surprises after months of work. Yeah, I think people sometimes make their own engines without carefully considering why they're making their own engine. And then I think they sometimes get into problems. But a caching thing, whether the engine does it for you or not, well, I guess if an engine doesn't do it for you versus whether you're making your own engine, you'd still have to code it either way. Hover over adventures to see who they are during battles. Yeah, I think that's the kind of thing we could eventually do, or at least see like what buffs there are and everything. Okay, so this is one commit. There's one down, now 2 more to go. Now we're just going to paste this stuff again, and now we can get the next thing, which is loading complete. Oh, that wouldn't have even worked, would it? Because I didn't have diagnostics there, and we needed that for the stopwatch. Oh, God. Okay, fine. Amend last commit. Done. Okay, so next up is the loading complete stuff. Let's get that. So that's all of this. Wait, where's the stuff? Oh, my God. I'm so confused. Why is this new code now? Did I not check that in? Diff last commit. No matches found. What? Is this because of some like I need to escape this? Yes, it is. Okay, well that's nice. All right, so stopwatch at start is there. Whoops. But yeah, there is no cutting out of this. I forgot that. Oh my God, I know what I did. All right, let's undo this again. At least I realized what happened. I just forgot to click the plus button. So we're going to revert this. We're going to cut this out for the millionth time. How did it even print then? Oh, right. I just didn't check it in. Oh. Okay, so now we're going to submit this and amend. Hooray. Okay, there, that's done. Now we should not see that whole thing as a diff anymore. Now we're just going to get the loading complete stuff, which is that and that. All right, this is going much better now. Okay, so what exactly does this do? Stop transitioning when loading is done. Because we tried transitioning from the loading screen in process, it was getting hit upwards of 30 times on my machine. Wait, 30 times in 1 second means this is running at 30 FPS, right? What? Why would that be the case? VSync is on. My monitor's refresh rate is, I don't know, like 90 or something, or 60 at least. I don't know why that only printed 30 times. Maybe because loading took a frame. No, that makes sense. Oh, 0.5 seconds. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, good. It's just doing the check at the top of progress to skip a process to skip everything else. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, where is that? Not even showing me this anymore. Okay. So if loading is complete, return. Does this need to be called? Only if it's fine to call this. I'll leave that there just in case. I'm not actually positive because we might not see it hit 100%. I wouldn't want to have that happen. So now the only change is that. Good. Commit that. And now the final change is all of this stuff. Remove unnecessary check for caching. Caching doesn't work how we think it does, how we thought it did anyway. See here. See that. But this call would have been unnecessary even if it did. Okay. Okay, I'm going to push that back. Yep. And now, man, hang on a second. Something's wrong with the Steam chat. I don't think anyone's probably typing anything, but still, it's like super broken for me and keeps reconnecting. All right, what do we do now? We try to use Kevin's code. So this will cut loading time. I wonder if it'll also make it better on my Steam Deck. What is this? Oh, this is a commit. Oh, on the PR? I thought it was a gist. No, wait. It's on a different branch. Okay, so I should merge this in then. Cherry pick this. Fetch Kevin for me. Conflict, yeah. Stopwatch is running. And what up here, we would check if it's not running. So I don't need this. Actually, I don't need any of this stuff, right? I can just get my current change. Why is there no button for accept current? Shouldn't that be here? Huh, I actually don't know. Maybe the merge editor will have it? Yeah, I want this. Is that the only conflict we had? Are cached scenes in here now? Where? Oh, it's in a different file. Okay, where are cached scenes? Scene functions now loads, tries to get it from here. If so, returns it. Otherwise, calls load and then caches it. Yeah. All right, so now when we test this out, Now it should pull from the cache every single time. Oh, great. There's another definition for a stopwatch. My stopwatch is better. We're using that one. Which one's mine, though? There are two stopwatches side by side, and you can only ask them one question to figure out which one's yours. How do you do it? Okay, you ready for this? This should take about 2.8 seconds or thereabouts. Yeah, 2.5. The second time around takes 2.2. So, I had another change, which was checking to see if this is cached. And now the way we should check to see if it's cached is to see if it's in here. Hey, Kevin, what's the refresh rate on your monitor? I bet that has something to do with this. I bet you're on a 120 hertz monitor. Please tell me you are. Otherwise, my theory is thrown out of the water. 160 hertz. Yeah. Because we're tying this to the frame rate here. So that's why your machine seems to be faster. It's because we shouldn't be tying this to the frame rate to begin with. I bet we could fix this with that code that I did have here, which now I'd need to rebuild. Time to move that to a whole different task. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't mind doing that, I think that would be a good change. Let me push this first. This should have been an amend of the last commit. Why is this showing here too? Oh, because I accidentally pressed enter. Whoops. Yeah. No, that doesn't show as a change. Okay, so we amend the last commit. At least I think we do. Diff last commit. Yes. Amend. And sync. Oh, what a day. Like I said, this might make it so that we have just a tiny bit faster everything in the game. Not really everything, but almost every single attack in the game causes some scene to be loaded. And a lot of times they would have been cached by Godot, so they wouldn't have needed to get reloaded from disk. But reaching out to disk is not reliable in terms of performance. So it could have introduced a 12-second, or not 12 seconds, sorry, 12 millisecond stutter at some point. This is what speedrunners will exploit. Yeah, I've got a 9,000 hertz monitor and I directly no clip into the boss room. This is bananas, by the way. I agree. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm going to leave that as is for now, and we're going to wait for the go-ahead from Kevin. And we're going to switch back to here and try to get back to Apple's territory. First of all, let's do the usual checks. No new posts on the forums. Let's see if there's any new feedback. I don't think anyone's playing the game who found it through Steam. Yeah, no new feedback. And let's take a look at the number of impressions or reports. Okay, this is going up. The last time I checked, it said 67 lifetime unique users. It's now 85. How's that? Oh, median time played went up too. Wow. Median time played went up to 45 minutes. That's pretty good considering that the demo length is supposed to be about 90 minutes, I'd say. The people who like really push it get to about 3 hours, but it's not like it ever goes beyond that. We just don't have endless content or anything. So that's pretty good. People are finding the game. And then the last thing I'm going to check before moving on here, because I'm just dying to know, is where do we show up? Obviously beneath Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Top demos. Are we going up or down the list? It looks like we're going down the list. We need more people to play the demo. Get your wish list ready. There's something else I just noticed. They don't all have the same demo banner. Like this has demo with black text on it, but this just has the little disc thing. Hover over top demos. Oh. A point for Zennis. I did not ever read that text. Games sorted by their demo's all-time peak user count. So wait a second then. We just need everybody to open the game on Steam right now. Okay, I'm gonna hit play over here. So stupid. Oh man. All right. This is really, really dumb. Okay. Hang on a second. What do we have as the peak number of active users? Let me see. Does it say here? Daily active, lifetime unique. I don't think it's got that number here. Detailed player breakdown. Oh, maximum daily peak concurrent users. I found it. It is 9. So if we can just get like everyone in chat to open this. That's actually very surprising because this seems like a gameable metric. Right? Like I as a streamer could ask a bunch of people to open this and then just leave it open, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to leave it open myself. By the way, for anyone who hasn't heard it, title screen music is in the game. Top of the list might even be 20. Yeah, I don't know. I should probably take a break. See who worked on the game. Yeah, I gotta change the font on these things. I should probably just tackle some of those easy issues. All right, I'm gonna turn this off. You have to open the game if you want to hear the rest. Let's leave this in a very tiny window. There. It's so stupid. So we could potentially shoot up to the top of the list. It's also going to skew the median playtime, though. I don't like the idea of doing that. Oh well, what are you gonna do? All right, let me take a break. And when I come back, we'll start to tackle some of this other stuff. Just whatever we can. Is it jump time? It's jump time. Okay, be back in a little bit. In probably like 3 minutes. See ya. Hi again, everybody. Also, I saw Clonk slip in there right before I took my break. Close the game. Okay, so, button fonts. We can address that, right? Town perks page currency amounts. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix some of this stuff. All right, yeah, let's start with that. Thank you, Clonk. And what do we have in festival prep? Now that the festivals are ongoing, I don't think this matters too much. Yeah, I already did these things. What else do we have? Make sure the demo ends gracefully and after a reasonable stopping point. I think having the player beat 2 bosses but then not have additional content would be good. Demo should give you a notification saying this is the end of the demo, sort of like how it does. I think we already pretty much did that. Make it clear in the game that your save file probably won't work. I don't think we need to do that. How do we edit? There. Yeah. Update. This only really matters for people who come back to the demo or who play the demo over multiple gameplay sessions. And it's only if one of those sessions involved in a save file breaking update. So it's just not worth doing. Put a Discord link in the game. I don't think that's as important as wishlisting the game. So I think I'm going to cross that off too. If people only take one action at the end of the game, I'd prefer it to be wishlisting the game. The Discord link probably won't engage people more than an email from Steam would. Yeah. All right, maybe make the calls to action at the end of the game more obvious. They're just a wish list and join the Discord. Join the Discord. Maybe we can even say that doing that will give you 3 more skill points. You know, I thought about this, and I think it's kind of cheap, but let me pull this up. So right now there are some demo only perks. There are only 2. One of them is let you repeat boss battles because we don't have more bosses in the game. So if you want more of a challenge, and you'll have to play the ones you already played. And 2 is to get, wait for it, is to get this. 4 more skill points, and you just buy these. And that's because, like I said, we just don't have the rest of the content in the game. What I was originally thinking is, what if we gave you 4 skill points for clicking this button, wish list on Steam? But I don't think I'm going to do that. I think it feels more fun for you to earn the money yourself. So I'm not going to do that. Updates. The tip system already nudges players toward the feedback and wish listing. So I think that's fine. All right, make sure the installation of the demo is smooth. Some people said that they got games where you had to manually open the executable. Nobody reported any issues. I tried on Mac and on the Steam Deck. And I'm positive people have tried through Windows by now. So I'm pretty sure it's fine. Could be both. Wish list to show that perk. It could be, but I think it's okay how it is. Add a new commit to the PR. Yeah, let me take a look at it after this. Look at PR again. What about drag and drop over the entire shop box? Yeah, that is something that we have written down. It's funny you should suggest that because that is something that people wanted. Drop zone. Yeah. Update was just suggested again in Twitch chat. There we go. You plan on putting random Easter eggs in the game, like clicking the wizard multiple times to make him mad over 5 to 8 messages, and the ninth message would be like, um, not like that probably, but there, I do want some kind of very, very minor ones. As an example of one that's already in the game that most people are not going to even care about or recognize, I am in the game. If we speed this up, we might eventually see me cross the bridge over there. Although it could take upwards of a minute. Are these quests infinitely generated? They are toward the end. When you start reading the one about Arthur the zombie, then they're infinite. But everyone up until then is like hand coded. Not that it means a lot for it to be hand coded, just that there's flavor text that makes sense. Eventually, there will be more quests in the game. All right, well, this is taking too long. I think on average, a rare customer spawns every like 7 minutes. And since we're running at 8x speed, it means that, yeah, we'd have to wait roughly a minute, but possibly up to 2 minutes. Yeah, Botland bot is the customer. I've been thinking about that. I think it'd look out of place. If we could somehow tell that you had like Botland save data or something, then yeah, sure. But otherwise, I think it's going to just look weird. Yeah, try looking closely at some of the trees. Whenever I tell people about that in a vague way, they start scanning like the entire map, and I have to be like, oh no, it's in the main town area. And then they usually find it. All right, well, this isn't going to show up. Although, like I said, it should have. Yeah, probably will eventually. All right, make sure the press kit contains everything we need. I haven't done this yet. Update the screenshots. That's been done. Make sure the store artwork looks good or get a different banner. I think we've done that. Is this looking pretty good? Huh. Top of the tooltip, the list of requirements. Would be nice if both worked. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Thanks, Ayamari. Actually, this should include the quest progress as well. Okay. I think we're good for now. So the only thing that still needs to be done here is this one task. Make sure the press kit contains everything we need. Let's just file an issue for that specifically. Press kit. Do we have something for that? Flesh out the website, make a press kit. Oh, wow. I guess we'll just go do that. All right. So edit this. And put this over here. And then probably put this in the festival prep stuff. I don't know how many people are going to use that. That one YouTube video, the person had an AI generated thumbnail, I think. They had an AI generated avatar at least. All right, this is done. The doc I wrote on this stuff. What is this doc? Oh, wow. Yeah, wow. All right, I think this is gonna be done. The only important thing, well, the only semi-important thing left to do is 36. Why did that not turn into an issue? Huh, that's weird, right? Normally it types it out. Why did these have it typed out? Did I need to do something? What? I'm not sure what I'm missing right now. It always made this just get typed out. Yeah, I just have C90. I don't have anything different. It's got a period after it. Huh. Maybe it's only in the original comment that happens. Does Steam require the press kit? No, I think the press kit is just a good idea for any streamers or YouTubers. Maybe they're making a video and they want to have like the Skeleseller logo and they don't want to have to try to pull it from the images that we have online. And even then, I don't know how many people are going to do something like that. It's not the period because that same thing was happening up there, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, welcome to the stream, Lebowski. All right, so that's done. Look at PR again. Let's go do that. Updated 6 minutes ago. Make scene loading async. Let's just look at that commit. Has cached is now there, yeah. So a lot of this got renamed, and now it should check this. Yeah. If next scene is null, continue. Then I'll try dequeuing another thing and it won't work. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's try this out. 730 PR checkout 730. And for whatever reason, no, it worked that time. Oh, it must be when I'm already on the branch. I don't know. Yeah, but let's try running this. So close out of this. And then launch this thing. the current players of the game went up to 21 because of me just saying leave the game open. It's so stupid. I wonder if okay, so we went up from like 9 to 21 or wait, did we? Hang on, I want to take a look at this really fast. Game is gonna stay open. Oh, Viker, what'd you think? Top demos. Did we move up the list? No, I don't think it's updated yet. It was really fun. I'm glad to hear it. Okay, so back to title screen. And we load. Loaded all scenes in 900 milliseconds. Nice. It's actually not even long enough to show. Wow, that time it's at 47 milliseconds. Yeah, it's not even long enough to show a loading screen. Kind of makes me wonder. But what was I gonna do? Main, and then change this back to debug 2, and then run this again. I wonder how many people are seeing me on Steam right now. Does anybody know if you land on a Steam page and the stream shows up, does it have audio playing by default? I think you always have to unmute it, right? It's a new game. Load in 820 milliseconds. This is crazy. No audio. Okay, yeah. Because it's kind of the same thing sometimes on the Twitch front page. I've only been on the front page once, but typically there are not people actively watching you there. It's a bunch of people just passing through as they get to the stream they actually want to watch. Yeah. You can auto hide streams and videos. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now this loading thing is done. Anytime we try using Fireball, for example, it should just be cached already. So here, if we say print Fireball scene is cached, scene functions dot has cached that. To have to click on pull down menu to get you to show up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for responding. And I think it's a little different in an incognito window. If I just go to the Steam page, yeah, it pops up automatically, but there's no audio. Just curious. Can you add a share to the menu to share the Steam link to friends? There is on the main menu, there's the Steam button, which pops open the game and you can share from there. I probably won't put a share button in the game, since if you already downloaded it, I feel like I'd rather you just end up wishlisting the game afterward. Should stay cached there too. Yeah, that's true. I can try that. Plus space plus resource loader dot has cache. Yeah, just lazy. Oh, if you're saying you just want to share it now, I mean, there's a link to it. But yeah, for other people, I think it would just pollute the menu for something you wouldn't probably do a lot of the time. Actually, does the client have something like that built in? Is there a share here? There's a heart. Add to favorites. Show game details. Manage. I don't see a share here, but you can probably just click the store page, and then I think the store page might have it. Why is that playing? There isn't. Huh. I don't know if there's a share page here. Yeah, I don't see one, but I don't know. Okay, back to this for a sec. So we need to get into a battle with the mage. Start battle. And then this should just be cached always. So it should just print true, true all the time. Yeah. Wow. Fantastic. How long did it take you to make this? So I started the Skeleseller GitHub repo on, I think, April 17th of last year. And if not that exact date, then like thereabouts, mid-April of last year. So calendar time, it's been almost a year. Stream time, it's been whatever the number is in the title, 114 and a half days or something. I typically only stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I'm actually debating on whether I should stream tomorrow. I feel like I probably shouldn't. Today was not an incredibly productive day. Yeah, this is always true. So I think this is good. Oh, wow, what a change. Do you work a regular job too? No, this is the only thing I'm doing right now. Biggest issue with trying to do game dev is coming up with an idea. I have ideas, but they're too grand of ideas. Starting is the hardest time. You know, I think it's nice to have ideas at least, and to have ones that are too big. Is there any way you can prune those down? Because yeah, I do think that if you were to look at just Skeleseller and like what we have in the game right now, you'd probably be like, oh yeah, this wouldn't take me a year to make and several people. But it's like modern gamers' expectations are such that you have a million little things to work on. And if you think about making a game on the Atari, you did not have a million little things to work on. You had, is there something resembling a game? Yes? Okay, ship it. And then even getting into like NES and Super Nintendo and anything right up until maybe like, I don't know, early 2000s. That's when I feel like people started to have sort of concrete, consistent expectations out of games. Like, oh, there should probably be a tutorial, and the tutorial probably shouldn't feel like a tutorial, and there should be a mini map if you have this large of a world, and blah 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 blah. There should be just a bunch of things, autosave, whatever else. What was I doing? I wanted to show something here. Oh yeah, yeah. So if you look around at Skeleseller, you might be like, okay, well, I see some characters moving around. There are some shops and there are items and stuff, and you can drag them. And you're like, yeah, I could probably make this game in like 2 months or something. It's like, I think scoping down a big idea is not always possible. Like, let's say you wanted to make an MMORPG, turning it into a single player game is, it just wouldn't be the same game pretty much almost no matter what you do. But let's say you had a game idea where it was meant to be played with like 2 or 3 people. You could use AI for that. Like, you wouldn't need to make a true multiplayer. Same thing with if you had some like sprawling set of systems, maybe you can just cut out some of those systems. Hey James, and hey Gasta. All right, take care, Potato. Thanks for dropping by. Like I said, I don't know about tomorrow streaming, but I'll be back on Wednesday, pretty much for sure. All right, so this looks good. Let's go merge the PR. I think we've looked through everything that changed too. Yeah. Also, I'm guessing that this code down at the bottom, loading screen, I'm guessing we can't just use the threaded version anymore. What made this asynchronous? Is it just the waiting? I didn't even read that. I probably should have. Expand this stuff. So this is in process. Task load scenes. Oh, I see. I see. Uses, yeah, a thread for this. All right. I think this is looking good. Followed, wishlisted, deal the demo. Yeah, thank you. Last time we spoke, it was about playtesting. You said last Monday, but then you were on holiday. Do you still need a know nothing playtester? Yeah, that would be good. James, let me ask you something. Would you be comfortable streaming it? There are a couple. Okay, so apologies. My brain has been all over the place for this entire day because there's been a lot on my mind, and I just, yeah, I'm having a hard time even just organizing my thoughts right now. But I'll say something I was saying earlier. Idler Fest started just about 4.5 hours ago. Next Fest starts in 3 weeks. In my mind, Next Fest is like the real test of this game. So I always thought the closer we get to Next Fest, the closer the game should resemble like an actual solid demo of what we'll eventually have. And we have a lot of little usability things I want to fix in the next 3 weeks. So anyway, I know I asked about you streaming the game. You don't have to stream it. You don't even have to record yourself necessarily. But we are getting some eyes on the game through Steam and everything too. So hopefully I get to witness some other people play this without having seen it. I have this video here that I definitely want to watch. This person played the game, and yeah, I'm gonna have to leave a comment and watch it. But yeah, they played for about an hour. I'm curious to see what they commented on because it's not like they know who I am or anything. Think we can still use the threading to load the individual scenes and wait a handful of milliseconds in the polling there instead of a whole frame. Maybe we can just drop the threaded version and do what we have now. I think we can just drop the threaded version because I don't think there's a reason to even use that function, even if the bug weren't there. It's not like our load times are, 12 seconds and we can speed it up to 3 seconds. It's like 1 second and we could, I don't know, even saving 1 second doesn't seem worthwhile. It's a loading screen that happens once when you make a new game. And probably too, we're going to switch from the title screen into a cinematic or something. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, and then I'll merge the PR. And then I wonder if we should just close this issue altogether. Yeah, probably. All right, let me write that down. Close the, what is that issue? This one. Since it shouldn't be necessary anymore. Make sure we don't have any other references to 673 in the code base. Don't know a public stream. I don't like being the center of attention. That's totally fine. Yeah. Yeah. And you don't even need to record yourself necessarily. As long as you've got some sort of notes at the end you can share with me, even if they're just like, you know what, this was fun, this was frustrating, and that is what I'd like to see in the game. A couple of quick things. I think that'd be good. Yeah. All right. Probably improve the pacing of the game. Items needed list should probably show icons. When accepting a quest should probably show icons. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the backlog. I just don't want this here. All right, rename stuff in the press kit. File an issue about the press kit. Did that. Need to probably serve most of the scripts myself. I don't really think that's super important. We've had skeleseller.com up for a little while now. It's not. Why is this not working? There we go. It's not like a super fleshed out page or anything. It's got a trailer, it's got a wish list on Steam, and a download the press kit button, and that's it. There is one little problem with it, which is that there's like a vertical pixel on my phone of a vertical column of pixels. I mean, there we go. That right there. Yeah, when you have it set to certain sizes. So that does look a little bit bad, but other than that, it's like this does what we needed to do. You think it's better to work extra hours to get stuff done on time or to make steady progress? Generally, definitely steady progress. Yeah. I think if every once in a while, like a rare amount of times, you need to work after hours, I think it's okay. Especially if you're not being forced to and you just choose to. But doing that for any extended period of time, I think is it's just bad. It's really bad. Where the press kit button links to the Discord instead of download? No, I'm not. So thank you for telling me that. Oh man. All right, we'll try to do that tonight. You need to fix Skeleseller.com. When you're tired, the work you do is not good work. I think also when you're overworked, the work you do isn't good work. There are times when I feel like I'm awake, I'm alert, but I'm just, my brain is thrashing against me. All right. Did I write something about making a GitHub here? I really should have that. Oh man, you can't search for GitHub on GitHub without finding every single issue. Why is that? Does it actually say GitHub on here? It doesn't. I don't know why that is. All right. Seifel, I'm going to finally click hide user on this channel. There. I don't think your messages will ever be shown again. Probably, oh yeah, the other GitHub links. Okay, well, maybe we could just search for a site. Flesh out the website. Maybe put it in GitHub or something so I can version control it. Yeah, I'm gonna just make a new issue. IMO, this is done. I'll just make the new issue. Heard an interview with the Balatro dev. He talked about the sheer madness with a few months prior to shipping, having nightmares about bug-ridden game shipping. Oh my God, yeah. I've already sort of felt that. It's like the shipping process I've done so far has been what I've just been calling checkpoints, which are really just alpha builds. And we've done 5, and they've been spaced out by like 1 to 2 months apart. So these are very low pressure. They're mostly going out to people watching the stream. Every once in a while, someone would come in through itch and they'd play the game. But it's very low pressure. If there were bugs, it was like, well, the people experiencing those bugs can just talk to me and tell me what the bugs are. Now that it's going on to Steam for Idler Fest, I'm like, oh man, there are just random people out there in the world who can play the game. And maybe they'll like it, maybe they won't. Maybe they'll hit bugs and they won't report them. Maybe whatever, there's something I can do to make it better somehow, and I just won't find out about it. But even this isn't the important release. In terms of importance, it's Idler Fest and then Next Fest and then the actual launch of the game. And if there is early access, then early access as well. But yeah, when the game actually launches, man, I think we'll have a good idea of how it'll do though. And I think that's the other thing. It shouldn't be a surprise to you when you launch your game how it'll do. I think you should have had enough tests up until that point where you'll have a general idea. I gotta leave. Let me know on the PR GitHub if there's anything else you'd like me to do. All right. Thank you very much for all the work today. And just really fast, let me check this and see. There was something else we talked about, right? Oh, and a future commit. Okay, I'll just copy paste what you said earlier. Or I could just take care of it. I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'll just take care of this. Clean up the commented out code. Sounds good. Hey, Hef. And hey, Grim. What if the game might be like Among Us where it pops off years later? Is that what happened with Among Us? I always just thought it was popular right from the get-go. So it launched in June of 2018. Yeah, mid 2020. Really? Wow. I had no idea. Yeah, it got popular in COVID. Interesting. Not sure how I did this, but I have a battle window with nothing in it open that I can't close. Ooh, that's really bad. Let me take a look at this. Ooh. Can you do a few things? One, can you press M and take a picture of... Actually, wait. Before you do this, can you flee from this battle and then press M and show me what this looks like? That way I know that you don't have any other characters in battle. Your 70th on popular upcoming, which is all upcoming games sorted by wish list. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh man, the spooky thing is I've done a lot to try to stop these problems from happening. And I just found a whole host of other issues. I know people had hit this before, but I don't know what caused it. Okay, so it thinks your warrior is in battle. Interesting. And it also says you have the maximum number of battle windows open. That's weird. That's really weird. Oh, wait. Before you do anything else, hang on. I know what we can do about this. We can get the error log. I just don't know where it is. Godot default log directory. Oh my God, this will be the true test of whether I can find out where this stuff goes and whether we can fix this. Where does standard, how do you find this? All right, let's just Mac OS. So we'll copy this. Is this where logs go as well? It doesn't like that. Logs. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. Can you do this, Campbell Soup? Can you go to whatever directory corresponds to your operating system there? And yeah, and find there should be a logs folder. And then hang on, let me make sure this is even correct. Yeah, and then probably just godot.log. Can you put that in like a GitHub gist or something? Or upload it on Discord? Gunfighter jump, move, and flip. Nice. That sounds really good, Grim. My day's been good. It's been a little hectic without being very productive. So like sometimes it's hectic because I'm doing a ton of stuff. Today I just feel like I've been all over the place. Oh man, if this log actually reveals the problem, this is going to be fantastic. I'm pretty sure it was also the warrior. I mean, maybe it is the warrior. All right, let me save this over here though. Empty battle window. The second picture shows that the battle panel thinks there are 3 windows open already. I'm guessing there's going to be an error in the log somewhere. I think it's empty while the game is open. Whoops. No, it fills in. The reason it looked like it had very little is just because I haven't done anything in the game really. That's definitely good to know though. Man, I'm glad it's there by default. I'm really hoping this shows an exception. Okay, yeah, let's clean up this commented code though before I forget. So 673, I think we're just gonna go close this issue. Yeah. What am I on? 730? Yes. 730 should make this unnecessary. So I'm going to close this issue. All right. Close as not planned. Now we search for 673 and click this button. And yeah, it only exists in this one spot, so we're fine. We just delete this one spot. Get rid of the pragma. We do need the pragma because we call load, which is no, what? Okay, hold on. It's a little bit more than I thought originally. We don't need any of this. What is configure await false? Continue on captured context. Oh, this needs to be in a task. Posted to Discord. Okay, yeah. Let me take a look. Is there a way to copy this without having to download it? Oh my goodness, it does show a problem here. All right, what happened? Show end of battle screen. Battle ended. Check for end of battle. All right, instances manager. Ooh, unfortunately, this line number doesn't correspond to anything for me. Can you do me another favor really fast and just press escape and tell me what the version number is at the bottom left? And thank you for doing all of this stuff. Maybe it's a Windows thing. Oh, maybe it's that it only autosaves after 5 minutes, and that's all that really should print out at first. Version 0.6.0. Okay, got it. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I'm not sure what those line numbers are supposed to be, although maybe we've modified this since then. All right, this is going to be super helpful. Scene instance is missing. What's that? That's really weird. The rest of these things I don't think should matter. But these definitely matter. Yeah, I greatly appreciate this. Hopefully I can figure something out from that. Let's finish this thing up. Make scene loading async. Something was changed to be asynchronous here. Load scenes was made asynchronous because we await load scene. If we didn't make this an async task and just had to be void, then this wouldn't work anymore. But then this pragma, it lacks await and will run synchronously. CPU bound work on it. Task.run. That's what we need to do. Task.run this thing void. Okay, so task.run load scene. It's got to be an action. Does this have a configure await in it? It's just an action. Consider calling configure await on the awaited task. Is that even a thing? Why was it a task? It was a task because there was commented out code that needed to be a task so that when we could use that, thanks to Godot fixing an issue, we would have just been able to uncomment the code and not have to change a bunch of calling code as well. I'm confused. What is this asking me to do? Because task.run didn't have something that let me configure await. Oh, configure await is on this. Oh, I see. Configure await. Yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah, everything should look good. Until then, this implementation technically not correct. Since it fully loads a resource, how we're doing so, let's see. Yeah, I don't think we need this comment anymore. All right, I think we're in good shape. Let's go try this out. Oh. Oh, also, I just saw Nuka DeLuca put a message up there. I got to read that at some point. Oh my goodness, let me do this. Read this message from Nuka. Or this thread, I guess. All right, what am I doing? Not this. Were we actually caching the scenes incorrectly or not at all? So we weren't really caching them, and now we are. We were relying on Godot caching them, and technically it's doing a very weird form of caching. So there was something happening, and it wasn't what we wanted. All right, that's bizarre to me. I don't think that should have taken 2.2 seconds. Is it because we changed that? Like if I just command Z a bunch of times here, I can't. Oh, that's fun. Why? Why? Private async task. Okay, so now what? Now it's going to take like less than a second. I don't even understand how that code is different. Task.run. How is it different from making a task that just has load scene? Unless I butchered something else in the middle of this. How long does this take now? Took less than a second. What? How is it different? What? Okay, here's the working fast code. Fast. And the slow code is this. So let's put the fast code on the right and then compare them this way. All right, so this is the only difference. In the slow code, we're doing task.run on what is otherwise a void function. In the fast code, we're awaiting it. Well, we're calling it directly and having this thing return a task. But there actually is not a need for a task here. And that's like double the speed. Oh, I don't like doing compare with clipboard just in case I mess up or ever want to do another comparison in the future. But I am aware of that. Initially, I had configure await on it as well. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, although that was listed the same way, right? It should have been like this configure await false. So the only difference is just how we're making a task here. It says consider using the await operator to await non-blocking calls or await task.run to do CPU bound work on it. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm supposed to. Okay, I think I understand. The task.run was supposed to be all of this, I think, but it also had to be in a task. All right. Well, anyway, the way that it was working is just fine. Let's just keep the fast way and let's not worry about this. And I'll just put a suppress on here. Or is that technically wrong? I'm not sure. I want to read this somewhere. It's a stale error. No, this is stale, but what I'm saying is it's suggesting that I use task.run and I'm trying to figure out why. I know that it was not stale when I did this. Okay. What is the bit that they mention about task.run? Yeah, like it shouldn't make any difference here. not going to make this asynchronous. So why did that work? Okay, well, what does task.run do? Just runs an action in another thread, right? Where's the official documentation for this? Queues the specified work to run on the thread pool and returns a task. Yeah. I don't know what's happening. Why is this slow? It runs in, yeah, like 2 point something seconds. There has got to be a way to do this the same way that it was. I wonder. No, I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. I don't get it. Yeah. Let's return a task. Gotta be some other information on this, right? Where's the official documentation for this? Async void. How do you find the actual issue? There's some Microsoft page for all of these things. At least I thought there was. Huh. I don't see that there anymore either. Man, I'm losing my mind over here. There's no two ways about it. Can you click on the error code on hover? Yeah, so the error code is this, but there was no link, and there's usually a link for it. Where is it even coming from? C# here, I guess? Because of the CS? But why don't I see that C# warnings? Yeah, I would expect there to be some page that has a description of what this is and why it's used. Short answer is yes. Don't use async if you're not going to wait anything. If a wait is not used in the body of an async method, the C# compiler generates a warning, but the code compiles and runs as if it were a normal method. This is incredibly inefficient as the state machine generated by the C# compiler for the async method is not accomplishing anything. Is it waiting for load scene to be called, not finished? Well, task.run is actually waiting for load. Oh, we're awaiting it either way. What is going on there? You're probably right. It probably is something like that. I have a much bigger log file from today, if that'll help. It might, yeah. Yeah, feel free to send that. I don't know. I'm tempted to leave this as the inefficient code that at least runs quickly, but then I would need a pragma around this, and I would just need to write something like, this is not smart, but this does what we want it to do. I just think that's really, really bad, which is why I wanted to figure this out. All right, more logs from another file. I'm going to copy this link. But thank you for that. Hey, Cavino, how's it going? Thanks for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. We are making the number 97 desktop game with simple mechanics in 2025. It'll get launched in 2028 at this rate. More thorough log here. I want to share what's been new over here, though. Hey, I'm back. I thought it was going to be way longer. Okay, so I wanna share this in just a sec. But for Raiders, for everyone coming in here today, if you go to Steam today and look at this little banner here, it's Idler Fest. It's going on right now. And if you click this and you scroll down to top demos and then click show more and then scroll down some more. Wait, no, there it is. Skeleseller demo. It's finally on Steam. We had a playable version on itch and we had a Steam page, but we didn't have the demo on Steam. So yeah, if you haven't checked it out yet, please do check it out. It is a playable demo. And we just found out that based on the number of concurrent users you have, the maximum number of concurrent users, it'll put you at a different part in this list. So I'm just leaving the game running so that I count as +1. But yeah, how'd the stream go? How's everyone doing? Welcome in. Here's a link to the Steam page, by the way, so that people don't need to do that themselves. But yeah, man, it's been it's been just a long weekend and a long day. There's just a lot of work. There's a lot of things to do, a lot of things to sort through. Yeah, and Idler Fest is going on. And the way Steam kind of pushes this stuff, by the way, I mean, you just kind of saw there, although I skipped through it pretty quickly without talking about it. But they show games on the top that are paid games or can make money. And then they show more games that are paid games or can make money. And then again, games with sales. And then finally, you can see just games with demos. So it's like, okay, we can never be in this top section, even if we're the best game on Steam, because we're not released yet. And that's fine. I don't think it's an issue. I do think people are going to look at demos, though. So yeah, the higher up in this list we can get, the more wish lists we'll get. And the more wish lists we get before next fest, which is coming up in exactly 3 weeks, the better, because then that's when everyone's going to be a demo there. So now showing up at the top of the list is going to get a lot of eyes on the game. So close to finishing, just the finishing touches. Do you know roughly how long it's going to be? I think it went up a few spots. I think it went down. Because now I needed to click next page twice. And I think it used to be just one more next page. Wait a second. No, now it's showing in number 2. What? All right, that's pretty cool. Either way, I'm taking a picture of this because I'm putting this on my refrigerator. There was some other page that had, yeah, this sales and activation records. Take a look at this. We're up to 85 lifetime unique users. That hasn't risen, actually. Because that's what it was earlier. Can I refresh this? Does it change? I don't know when Steam updates this data. It would be great to see like last updated in say 45 minutes ago or something, but it doesn't do that. And it kind of looks like this is in real time, but it's not. But wish lists definitely aren't in real time. They only take place once every day. And the wish list count, we got 49 more when we uploaded the demo yesterday. So now it's at 628. I think that's decent. We're getting there. Just depends on bugs from the beta. Longer than a week, not longer than a week. Wow. And wait, I forgot to ask. It's coming out on Android, right? Because I gotta become the #1 player of your game. That's the offset at the top in the URL. Oh. Drat. I thought we were number 2. I gotta delete that picture. Just wishlist add to the library. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So wait a second. Then we're not number 2, and that picture lies. Yeah. So we're number what, 26? Android and iOS. Nice, nice, nice. Got some competition for being #1. I won't actually be #1. I will probably be like number 72. Yeah, delete my screenshot. I'm going to write that down for tonight. All because of Xanis. Tisk, tisk. Anyway, Kevin, you said you're back. Yeah. So, take a look at this. This code on the left is much, much slower than the code on the right, and I can't exactly figure out why. Let me cover that. There we go. So yeah, this takes like 2.2 seconds, and this takes 0.8 seconds. And the problem with the fast code is that we need a pragma around it. And I just want to figure out, like, how do we not need a pragma? Excuse me. Lurk, gotta grab some food. All right, yeah, take care. You must be one of those guys who destroys people in Nitro type. What's Nitro type? Competitive typing game. Is this the new Type Racer? Does Type Racer still exist? It does. Okay, so it's just a different one. Are you sure the time is consistent? I mean, I only tried twice on each of them, so I guess I could try another few times. But yeah, it looked pretty consistent. I'll try this again. I don't even know what code we have right now. This is the slow code. Yeah. So I click new game. It took 2.1 seconds. I switch this back to the fast code, which is await load scene, async task. Does adding configure await false? Oh, sorry, I should have had that there, and I didn't. This was there. Yeah, I already had it, but I didn't have it in the diff. There, yeah. Okay, so now here is the fast version. This takes only 800 milliseconds. Yeah, 900 milliseconds. Yeah, it's consistently this way. I can't tell why it's this way. You know what? This is a waste of my time. You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna keep the fast way and just put a suppress here and just write, I don't know why this is needed. And that's it. Okay. Note, I don't know why, but making this a void function and calling it with, what's it called? Task.run? Task.run makes it much slower. So I'm just going to leave this in a state that doesn't really make sense from a C# point of view, but works great from the player's point of view. On fast code, you're not creating a task though. Yeah. That's true. But wait. No, how does that make sense? Is that we were making 130 threads in the slow version? Should we just have made this? Hang on, let me try something else out. What if in load scene you do await task.run scene functions load scene? I'm not sure. Hang on, let me try something else. Let me go the opposite direction here because of what Mario's talking about. Let me set this to void. And then let's just not even have this be async. The thing is, I don't totally understand why even this would make sense, because then this would need to be void as well. And then we couldn't save a task. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh man. Yeah, so we would just do this. And then this. And then not any of this stuff. This is not going to work. Yeah, this is not going to work. Yeah. I've been learning Python for a week and this all looks crazy. This is a little weird what I'm doing here, but you will eventually get to this point in Python, and actually probably not too long from now. And then it's just a matter of, like, the way I always kind of compare this is, imagine you learn English. That doesn't mean that now you can read any book in the world and understand the contents of the book, right? So the language itself is used to describe things like flow control and loops and variables and a whole bunch of other things. But then once you've done that, it doesn't mean you can write a program for NASA. Like, you need to understand rocket science. And that's probably what's happening here. Like, you could probably understand any individual line. So yeah, diving into someone else's game that's been going on for like a year, I think could seem daunting for sure. Oh yeah, don't forget to turn your camera back on. Thank you. I'm just gonna delete all this. I don't care to test this anymore. Yeah, we're just gonna put this back with the pragmas and just say that this doesn't make sense. I don't like this. And this makes me feel bad, but I also don't want to spend forever trying this out. And like I said, it's not going to matter. The user's just going to care that the load time is super fast. And it is. I'm going to test it one more time. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're checking that in. I'm not going to spend any more time on this. I feel like it would be academic at this point, and I'm very intrigued in spending that time, but it's just my headspace is not correct for this. All right, so remove code referencing, what was the issue number? 673. Our code works fine for now. Without, whatever. Hey, slash D8, the difference in art is big, yeah. Difference in gameplay is big too. Man, I'm actually kind of impressed that people are able to play the game and figure things out. Yeah, wait until you see the new buildings. Okay, so we push this. I'm just going to merge this. What does this say? Remove code referencing. What? Oh. That was a kind of bad name for a commit message, I guess. Oh, no, it's that it turned that into a link. I see. Are macros legal? I have macro buttons on my keyboard. Are you talking about for the game? Because, yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's a single player game. I don't mind if you modify the save file. Okay, so I want to copy this commit message, or this commit hash. I want to put that here. Gonna merge this. Thanks for the work on this stuff. The only thing I don't like is my last commit. Merge. Oh, okay. Is that pretty much all that's changed all day? I should probably just push a new version anyway, right? Where's the version I already have online? I guess it's over here. So if I hit new game, how long does this take? It's pretty much instantaneous. Why though? Because if anything, we just made it slower with the transition times. Hold on. Let me open up. Where do we have this? Game out Mac. I want this over here. Debug versus release. No, they're both release versions. The one without the loading screen versus now this one. Oh, I never built. Oh my god. No, this did take a long time. Yeah, why did it? Oh, maybe what happened is I already loaded it on the Steam version. I don't know. Or maybe there's something else going on. Because yeah, now it's pretty much instantaneous. Not exactly, but pretty close. But it wasn't the very first time, I think. So the very first time I click. Yeah. So that was maybe like a second and a half. I'm not sure. So now it'll just be a second and a half of a loading screen, which is good. Days around programming where I wonder if I do better with the proper course. Maybe I should look into coursework. Any suggestions? I think it's a good idea to try it out at least. As far as suggestions for courses, I don't really have any particular ones. There are MIT and Harvard courses online for computer science if you want to learn the formal way. And I think those are really, really good. But if you're just looking to learn like, oh, how do I do this thing in game dev? I'd say like maybe start with a Udemy course or a YouTube tutorial or something and see where that gets you. I think what's going to be hard is you'll probably feel a draw to go back to your old style because maybe you felt like you were getting things done then. And you have to look at it like it's an academic pursuit because it is, literally is. You're learning, learning knowledge like you would at an academy. All right, so this is done. This is done. This is not finished. I kind of want to push the code. What else did we change? We have the new Explorer's HUD, we have the loading screen, and that's it, right? A new line in tooltips. Well, I kind of want to push a new one just so that I test out the launch process, and that way any new players have the loading screen. Yeah, let's try it. I'll bump to the new version, I guess. Where do we do that? Project.godot 0.6.1. Now let's look at the releasing instructions. Export game builds. Tools. Export. All right. Did I just do that? Then upload to itch and upload to Steam. Task.run should be used for CPU bound tasks, not IO. Oh, is that why? Yeah, I don't really know what's going on there. This is taking its sweet time, isn't it? I think this takes about a minute. It's building for 3 different platforms, and those can be ignored. It's too bad they even show up to begin with. That's on Windows. I don't remember what order this goes in. So I think it'll have the Linux one after this. People in docs say, okay, yeah. Yeah, so maybe just my comment needs to be updated to say this is the smartest thing we could have possibly done. Pat ourselves on the back. Bunch of party emojis there. This is going to cause everyone to get a new build. It's going to take like 50 megabytes. A little bit of a shame. Library. Demo is running. So silly. Okay, so there, that one's done. Now we need to upload to itch. Upload to itch. And actually, I guess we can concurrently upload to Steam. I should probably just make an upload to both. SS tools, that upload to Steam. All right, unzipping them all, uploading. All right, it's done, right? Yeah. Okay, so now it's on Steam, but it's only on a special branch. Don't show that on stream since password is shown in plain text. Okay, let me do this off stream, or off screen, I mean. Actually, do I really care? I could just update this password. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Sure. All right, everybody. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make sure this worked. Beta, alpha. Oh, I don't need to type in a password because it's right there. Nice. Okay, so now stop this. It should say that I need to update it. Yeah. Oh, nice. It's not 50 megabytes. It's only like 3. And now when I launch this, the only thing we should see is there's a loading screen. And I mean, I guess a new line. And the right version number. Nice. Yeah, that worked. Now I click this. Whoa, loading not a number. Uh-oh. No. Why? I already uploaded that to itch. I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh man. Ugh. I don't want to do anything about this anymore. How? I don't know. Let's find out. Thank you, Days. Oh man. So did it work that way over here? Loading 100%. Oh, I wonder if the directory structure caused it to change, maybe. It wouldn't really make any sense, would it? Did that happen with just the Steam build? Or does it happen even with the build on my hard drive? Mac. If it happens with this too, then I think it'll be easier to figure out. Yeah, good. Okay. At least it happens there. So now is this happening even for me? I go to here and I run from the title screen. Now we're just going to ignore that this is on itch. Did this build? It's okay that I typed some garbage here. It just needs to not be the word debug. But I don't think I ever hit build. It's supposed to happen when you don't have any scenes to load. On second load, check update progress. Wait, but it's on first load that it's happening. Not there for some reason. What is going on? Because like, okay, I open up the app. I haven't done anything. First load, I click new game. It says not a number. Why? And why doesn't it happen when I launch from the editor? What would be different here? Because there it says 100%. Oh, you know what we should do? We should launch it like this. Home downloads skeleseller.app. That way we can see how many scenes it's trying to load. Will load 0 scenes. Yeah, why though? Must not be finding scenes. Yeah, that's probably what's going on. Oh, this is a problem. Yeah, 0 scenes. All right, so we have 2 problems, I guess. I'm just going to leave the itch version broken. I don't know how many people are even looking at that. 2 problems. When there are 0 scenes to load, we show not a number. And we're finding 0 scenes to load from the exported version. Back to reflection magic. Well, let's see if we can figure out why this is happening. Loading screen is looking in res. There's some scene paths. Yeah, here. So let's just print out a bunch of stuff from here. Res scenes. Dir access.open. It didn't say error opening directory, right? Nope. So then we can assume we're not there. It didn't get into here at all. Which probably... Oh, maybe they don't end in TSCN anymore? Oh, God. Okay, let's print this out. Actually, let's just print out everything like this. Yeah, print file name in directory.toString. Okay, let's see what that looks like now. The part about them not appearing in the build, I would have expected Godot to still have this stuff work. Because how else could it load? This, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, something's obviously going wrong. So like we have a problem. Okay, so it's not printing the directory name the way I want. How do you get the name of a directory? It's dir access. dir exists, current, copy, get current dir. And what does this say? Returns the absolute path to the currently open directory. Res : / folder or C temp folder. Oh, okay, let's try that. Oh, drat. There's something else I just thought of. Title screen currently fades in. Okay, yeah, this looks good. Yeah, sure, fine. All right, now we go export that. How do we do that? Export all builds. Let's just not export the other ones that we don't care about. I can't forget that I did that. Export all builds. So now it's just going to export the Mac one. I guess let's close out of this. Go over to game, out, Mac. And then over here, do the same thing. Copy path. Go there. All right. So now we're just waiting for this thing to finish. Cool. So now we run that. And we should see a bunch of problems here. Maybe nothing ends in TSCN. I'm not sure. All right, so here are all of our files. And yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of TSCN remaps. Huh. Wonder what that means. I mean, that's obviously the problem, but like, what does that mean? Godot.remap files in build? Exported files are a mess. Remap files mess things up big time. Couldn't have said it better. Trying to load one of these remap files generated. I'm aware that I need to trim the remap extension, so I just do this. Then I get an error where Godot doesn't want to load the linked file. Remove .import and a remap and load it as is. That's all. That's all? Seriously? This seems like dead simple. Why do these even exist, though? Load as is? So just load it as though it's a scene file? Okay. I mean, sounds easy enough. So here all we need to do is not ends with TSCN. Or I guess we could say or ends with .tscn.remap. Yeah, it must do something when it exports to a build. And then scene.replace .remap with nothing. String.empty. This seems very spooky. Kevin, do you mind fixing the other issue, by the way? The one where this shows as not a number when there are 0 scenes to load? I mean, I could do that too. I don't think it's going to take too long. It's only if you can code right now or want to code. Otherwise, I'll fix it. Just trying to save a little bit of time. All right, so I do this from inside the game, and it loads 130 scenes. Now I need to do it from outside the game. Let's export this, which means I think we need to delete this. Can't be moved to trash because it's open. Because it already is trash. You still working on this game? Yes, I am, Pige. Pige, how many views are you up to? There's string.trim suffix that may be better here. Yeah, I can fix the other one. Oh, cool. Trim suffix. Okay. Although we'll need to test it again. 53K. That's great. Good job for sure. Proud of you, Pige. I'm proud of you. You may be missing your whole frontal lobe, but you managed to make a good video. Sorry, that sounds incredibly insulting, but you're the one who said this. Your own doctor said that. I'm gonna stop talking now. All right, there we go. So now it should find 130 files to load. Yeah, nice. And presumably it worked the way we wanted it to. It only took 500 milliseconds. It seems very fast. Do you use any AI chats? GPT, DeepSeek for Godot things? I don't tend to use chats, no. I use Copilot, but that's mostly just for autocomplete. I guess the only times I tend to use AI chats are when I'm trying to come up with ideas for things and not for technical things. So, for example, like, hey, I've got 10 items that look like armor plates. What should I call them? It's like, I think that's pretty good for ideation. Okay, so now I go back to the title screen. I click load this time, and now it should show not a number. Oh, I didn't even get to see it in time because it's so fast. That's how I'll trick people. Unfortunately, I did just change something, and while I changed something that was very basic, we should read this and make sure it's the same. If it ends with it or leaves the string unchanged. Yeah, I think this should be the same. I'm not going to leave this a chance, though. So let's check in the... How do we even do this? Well, I said I'm not going to leave it a chance. I guess let's test it then. Yeah. Man. Lifetime average, peak players. Okay. What a day. In Windows, it'll work? The game should work on Windows, yeah. If you're saying, will the same thing work on Windows, the code that we're working on? Yes, because Godot has its own directory pathing that it uses so that it can be operating system specific. Sorry, agnostic. I am like out of my mind right now. I gotta wrap this stuff up. I don't feel like I'm gonna do any services to the game. I'm thinking like this. Yeah, this looks good. We'll load 130 scenes. Loaded them in 521 milliseconds. It just seems so fast. Then it loads them again in 44 milliseconds. Well, cool. All right, so that's that. Let's check this in. Let's close out all this stuff. Don't save anything. I don't care. All right, so scene paths. I don't need this printing out. And we don't need this. We also definitely don't want that change. So this is bump the version number, which I should do after making these changes, I guess. Fix finding scenes in an exported build. Apparently the exported build has .remap files and you're supposed to ignore the .remap from the file names. Before this commit, we would find 0 scenes to load because no files end in .tscn. Okay. Working on it. Checks in the mail. Being sent by literal snail. I just taped it to the snail's back. All right, so this one's done. Need to do this. Although this isn't such a big problem that's worth waiting on, is it? I don't know. Let's wait anyway. Oh, right. I'll file something about making a GitHub, right? A repo. Did I even do that? I don't think I did that. definitely going on in my mind. All right, can we sort by last updated? Yeah. Did I do this? No, I did not. Well. All right, let's go do that. Put the site into its own GitHub repo. Right now, it's just on my web host, but there's no backup or commit history. Should make a GitHub repo for it. Create, assign to me, 732. File this to track making a GitHub repo. Good. Error logs from Sue about the empty battle. Yeah, which is definitely a good distraction because I need to figure that bug out. This is like the biggest thing to work on. I am so glad we have logs. This is going to be like the #1 most important thing on Tuesday. Yeah. Okay, so this is the last thing to fix for today. This is the problem that Campbell's soup ran into. Let's move this down the list. PR up, could you test? Export was giving me an error. Yeah, sure. $733. Oh God, did I submit this to the wrong branch? Oh God. No. No. What have I done? It's such obvious proof I need to not be doing this right now. The wrong branch. You fool. You're not even on the right tree. Okay, so I only messed up one of these. Moved code referencing 673. Did that make it into main? Presumably in this it did. Yeah, good. Okay, so then just ignore this. We go back to main. Get cherry pick this. Fix finding scenes and export a build. Yeah. Hi, trees. What time is it? It is 3:30 p.m. It's not like it's late or anything. I've streamed for about the amount of time I would normally stream for. It's just I'm a little burned out from doing all the stuff on the weekend that I did. And I knew that I wanted to rein in the amount of time I was working on this, but also Idler Fest started today. So I wanted all that stuff ready. And yeah, I'm going to take it a little bit easier this week. As long as we're making progress toward next fest, I think we're good. All right, what do we do here? What am I even trying to I'm gonna push this. Bump game version. There's still one more commit, one more PR I want to work in. But yeah. No, that's kind of stupid, isn't it? Yeah, that's kind of stupid. We should bump the game version afterward. All right, so sync changes and go get the new PR, which is 733. GHPR checkout 733. Go take a look at this. That was just rude. Make sure that if we don't have any scenes to load, we set the progress to 100% instead of not a number. Yeah. Hey, Avocado. You were the one working on leak code stuff when I raided, right? Am I remembering that correctly? Let me go to Twitch and find out. Yes. How did that all go? How was your first interview? Welcome in. I've been working on Skeleseller, and I just mentioned this as people were entering, although I want to check this every time I do mention it. Idler Fest started today on Steam, about 5.5 hours ago. And if you scroll down to demos, we show up in this list somewhere. Right there. Skeleseller demo. So we're finally there. We got a demo on Steam yesterday. Idler Fest started today. Trying to get as many wish lists as we possibly can for this sweet game. It went really well. Nice. What was it for? And thanks, Snow Cone. Yeah, so if anyone wants to check out the game, I got the trailer playing right now, but the demo is obviously there on Steam if you want to try it out. I'm just about to push a new build, but the new build doesn't really do anything super important. So if you wanted to just try it right this second, you could, and there's no need to really wait. All right, we just got a PR here, which I need to test, which I have pulled, but I have not actually tried in the exported build yet. So let's try in the non-exported build first. Wish listing and checking it out now. Thanks. Yeah, the wish list really, really helped. Gotta watch Severance. All right, enjoy. I hope you get a job offer from the interview. Take care and thanks for the raid. Yeah, so we can't test it this way. We need to test it. Oh no, we actually could test it this way. We need to just look at this. Okay, so it's at 100% right there. Now we're gonna do it again. It might not even show up. It might be so fast. Yeah, I can't even see it. Yeah, okay, it did say 100. It's very faint because it's showing for like a fraction of a second. So now we gotta export this. We're gonna do the same thing we just did and export it from here and then delete this. Is my trash like filling up to an extreme over here? Should probably look through that at some point. What is that? Updating scripts documentation step 17. I wonder what this even means. Because it only... They're all abilities too. Why is it doing that? Huh. I've never really looked at this. This seems like a problem as well. The attributes. Oh, maybe it's that. Yeah. What are we doing now? We're launching the game. And then we're just seeing if it says not a number. Do you mind if I make some small videos on it? I've been trying to make a small variety channel. This game looks perfect to post about. Yeah, sure. That'd be great. I'll like help signal boost it if you want. Okay, so it's at 100% there, but it also said will load 0 scenes, which means I pushed the wrong thing. How did I mess this up? This is very bad. I must be... Is this the right version? What did I do? Whoops. Okay, info. This should be from like a minute ago. It's 3:35. This is from 3:34. Yeah. Oh, whoops. No, I am doing the right thing here. What am I? How have I messed this up? Oh yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand how this could print out. Oh, that always printed out. That's why. Well, why would it be 0? Oh, because it doesn't include my change. Oh God, that's why. Oh, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. All we need to see is that it doesn't say not a number and we're fine. So let's just launch that. Oops, I accidentally closed the wrong thing. We need to launch the right build of this too. It's been a slow start. I haven't posted anything yet. Just want to have some fun trying some games and commentary. Yeah, I think it'd be cool to do a gaming channel sometimes. Because I feel like the nice thing about making a gaming channel is you don't need to fight user expectations. It's like either you're a good player or you're a review channel or you're whatever, some, I don't know, showcase kind of channel. And all of those are known things. If you were trying to make it as, let's say, a development streamer, it's like that's not as much of a known thing and you need to go sort of the tech influencer route. So I think it's a cool thing to get into. What am I doing? Because I am like rapidly losing any sort of brain function over here. I'm trying to run this and we just got to catch it and see if it says not a number. If it does, then we despair. No, it's good. Okay, cool. So we are done with that. Now let's go undo everything that we did, this, and then we go merge this. Very rude. Okay. So now that stuff's merged. Now we check this out again. So we're on main. Then we bump the project number. And then we export everything. Whew. So many games I wanted. Guess I could also wishlist your game. Wait. You'd already wishlisted it, right? This is just a joke? Or do I need to block you on Twitch? We have both these other tabs open. Upload to Steam. Tools, upload to itch. All right, we just gotta wait for this to finish. It is nice that we have this alpha build on Steam so that I don't need to do anything special. Although it was a little bit spooky that it also seemed to download a new update when no, February 2nd. I don't know why I would have downloaded a new update. Okay, well, it's on the final build now, Linux. Then we can upload this stuff. I'll never know. I'll never know if this is serious or not, Pi. All right, so we can upload it to both of these at once. This took 1 minute and 12 seconds. The uploads take apparently like 17 seconds and who knows how long. We're about to find out. Yeah. So in total, it takes about 1.5 minutes to get everything fully online. So now we go back to the beta branch. Properties, betas. Then we let it update. Then we hit play. And we should see it's the actual number. I don't know, because that was super fast. I guess it should only have taken half a second. And then it's a half second while it's still fading in. So I guess that was fine. Let's go back to the title screen and try one more time. It'll be super fast now. So it's going to be almost impossible to see. Yeah, I can't read it. It is showing up for some like tiny amount of time probably. I think it's at 100%. Hey, Misty. Yeah, it's saying 100%. Yeah, cool. Nick Carpolini. Okay, so what have we learned? We have learned that everything is fine. But what we should really do just to test this is, can we get to the file here somehow? Browse local files. Oh, that was easy. Okay, now we just copy that. CD into that directory. Oh, there needs to be a backslash there and there. And then run it. /contents Mac OS. Run that. Okay, and it should say it's loading 130 scenes, right? Yes. Good job, game. Good job. All right, so then I think we're good to go here. We can now make this public, which is very simple. So check this out. We're going to switch back to the main branch. And then, see, that I don't understand. Why did it just update right there? Oh, probably because it switched between branches. So it's not that it updated the main branch. It's that it essentially just needed to swap back to it. Okay. That had scared me at first. I'm glad I have an understanding of that now. All right, so now I click. Oh, no, I'm about to mess up. I'm about to do something really stupid over here. Default preview. Set build live now. This is 0.6.1. And really just adds the loading screen. Okay, so now watch this. This should turn recent security change. Due to a recent change you made to your account's security, they're missing an apostrophe, you'll be unable to set the default branch on released apps for 72 hours from your last change. Seriously? All because I added a phone number to my account? Well, I guess we can't publish a build. Yeah, they said this was gonna happen. You can probably set it for me. Yeah, Ski, you might be able to publish this. Here's my comment for it, by the way. All right, and then let me link you the other thing. Let me also push this bump version number. We're on main, right? Get status. Yeah. Sync. Want me to do it now? Yes. The page is here. Okay. And if you can publish it, then we should see this thing change. I think Ski has permission, which technically means that Ski could publish like total malware or something. So if anyone gets any viruses, you know who to blame, not me. I guess we'll put these things side by side. The way that this works, by the way, for anyone who's curious, Steam has all the builds you've ever uploaded and you essentially tag them. So we have an alpha test build right now that you saw me just test over here. And all Ski needs to do is go into the default build and just select the same one as the alpha test. Should be done. The play button will take a bit to update. It was going pretty fast when I had the alpha build. Huh. Restarting Steam is faster to see it. I wonder if I just switch away and come back to here. I went fast because you swap branches. Yeah, I see. So it knows on the alpha one. Okay, let's restart Steam then. Skele crypto. Skelecoin. Bitbone. Is this going to pop up my friends list again and leak all of Ramey's personal data? Nice. Update required. Should be like, yeah, a few megabytes. Friends offline. Can I have this be offline by default? Probably can. All right, let's play it now. What chord is that I'm butchering over here? Oh, that. So yeah, the loading screen now doesn't even show for long enough. Oh, had you not heard the title screen, Paj? The music? I only just put it online. The rest of it here, I'll play the rest of it for you so you can hear what it would have sounded like. You make music now? Yeah, I always made music. I did the Botland soundtrack. Botland OST. Look at this video with no views. Yeah, this wasn't a very good soundtrack or anything. How many tracks were there? It's an 11-minute soundtrack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different tracks. Yeah, I watched the video 499 times. I like some of this. I don't think it's all bad music. what was my favorite track? I don't know. I think I liked this one, Crushbot. I don't know how loud this is gonna be. Yeah. This was for the battle music of Botland. Anyway, I thought it fit pretty well. I liked it. Just making sure you saw it. Oh, do you have the Steam app on your phone? If not, you'll probably have to get it now for putting builds live. Yes, I do have it on my phone, and I think that's why I'm locked out for the next 72 hours, because I added a phone number, and then I had to connect Steam Guard as well. Yeah. Hey, J Rock, thanks for the resub. Happy 22. Okay, well, I have done a ton. A ton. Let's look one more time really quickly. Is there any other new posts or anything? Steam feedback. No, still 3 responses. Okay, well, who knows if we're ever gonna get something for that. Oh man, yeah, what a day. What a day. I feel like we could have done more, but I think this is a sign that I need to be taking a little bit more time to myself. So I think tomorrow there's not going to be a stream, and I will try to do work offline. And I think on Wednesday we'll come back and we'll hopefully get back to just like business as usual. What I'm hoping to do, I'd like to get back to addressing issues, and yeah, that'll impact Next Fest. Yeah. The game is really coming along. Yeah. Okay, who's online? Who can I raid? You know what I should do? Not that this is ever going to actually have any results. I should check to see if anyone's streaming Skeleseller. And if someone is, just raid them without question. But no, nobody's streaming. Look, this game has 12 followers, so it's got to be good. It's not one of those 1 follower games. All right, give me a sec. I got to find someone new to raid. So here's my criteria. English. Same category. And then someone I'm not following who hasn't been online for a very long time. Yeah, like this person maybe. Wait, this isn't in English. Why is this showing up? Did I not actually click that? Whoops, what is going on? Drat. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to click that. Messed everything up. All right, same category. English. Definitely clicked it that time. All right, I mean, I think we should just rate this person. Yeah, although I still don't know why this is showing up. Okay, let's go get their channel. I have not watched them before, but I like discovering some new people in this section every once in a while. Never seen that interface. It's pretty nice for finding people to raid. If anyone hasn't wishlisted the game, please do check it out there. And if you'd like to join either of the Discords that I have, there they both are. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the work that everyone helped with or did or collected bugs, or Kevin coded a bunch of stuff. Yeah, you don't need to leave the demo open. Maybe I should just do that when I'm streaming. I'm not sure. It's been a good time, though. It's been fun. Hope you all have a good rest of your day, night, whatever it might be. And I will see you next time, which will be Wednesday. Take care.